Awesome. So following on from last week's chat with Lana on our 15-minute Friday, this time we are going to touch on some gut health stuff again. So last week, if you haven't watched it, please go back and have a listen. Me and Lana talked about the pill and her symptoms and her kind of journey to getting where she is today and how that all kind of came about. So today, thanks for coming on again, Lana, and having a chat. Picking up from where we went off last week, we kind of talked about, looking for options beyond the pill and getting to the root cause of your symptoms. So tell me a bit about your journey once you figured out that you read the book and you figured some of this stuff might be related to the pill. What did you then do? What was your sort of next step?
Yeah, so after that, obviously after reading the book, it was a lot of information and I took it all on, but I felt like I needed some closer, more personalized advice as well, a bit closer to home. Yeah. So I ended up booking in with a local naturopath. She had, the book actually recommends to find a naturopath who has some qualifications. It lists them in the book, but so I sought out a good naturopath and started seeing her and had a chat with her about, what my symptoms were and that I'd just read this amazing book and, that I'd had all these problems for a couple of years and had just absolutely no luck being able to control or manage my symptoms. And so we started doing some work together, which was really, really interesting. Awesome. So so we did some digging deeper into about, my symptoms and that kind of thing. And I ended up going and getting some more blood tests, but different tests than what my doctors had been arranging. Yeah. And then we also did some tests. So we did what's called a complete microbiome mapping. Yes. So a stool test pretty much. And that was really interesting as well. And in the interim, she put me on some different supplements that she thought the pill would have depleted in my body. And also what I may have been missing. So all kinds of different supplements, both either in powder or capsules, just to help me on my journey because I'd just come off the pill. So we worked together to do that. And then once I got all of my results back from my tests, it was really fascinating because we started to have some actual answers as to why I was having all of these symptoms. So for the first time in 2.5 years, I actually had a direction of this is probably what is causing all of the ruckus that's going on in your body. Absolutely. Let's do what we can to fix it or to heal it. So
what were some of the symptoms that you, were experiencing? Because I often find females who are the same as you. They might have bloating, there might be IBS, there might be skin things, there might be this, there might be that. But the starting point, and I'm the same with all my clients, is always run a GI map, run some stool testing. Because like you said, you actually got something tangible and some answers to work with. So what were some of the things that you sort of experienced?
Yeah, so I had such a broad range of symptoms, like so many different things, and I had no idea that they could all be interlinked, So I had extreme bloating. I'm sure every girl knows that. The kind of bloating where you have a small meal and you look like you're 3 months pregnant. I had constant daily agonizing aching pain. I had headaches, all this brain fog, and my sinuses were always congested. I think I said headaches. Just constant pain and irregular bowel movements. And then ability to my bladder was playing up as well. So I'd have a small cup of water and 20 minutes later I would be absolutely busting just out of the blue for no reason. Really just irritated everywhere and just everything seemed to be inflamed or out of my control, and I just didn't know what was causing it.
Yeah. Cool. So what did your GI map show you?
Yeah, so I can't tell you the exact names because I can't remember the exact names off the top of my head. But it did show me that I had, so I had one parasite.
Right.
I had 3 different types of bacterias.
Yep.
And I also had what's called candida, or a yeast overgrowth in my gut as well.
Yeah, yeah, super common actually. All those things you talk about see so often in clients, often like blasto or defrag as parasites. And so many women are surprised, like, what? I've got a parasite. And I'm like, it's actually more common than you realize. And then, yeah, bacterial overgrowth. So we get that imbalance of the good and bad bacteria. And when our good bacteria gets low, then we get these overgrowths, and then we get opportunistic stuff. So yeast is really opportunistic. So when there's imbalance and there's opportunity, then yeast will tend to overgrow. And then women like you get, candida or yeast overgrowth, and you get all these symptoms. So what were some of the things you addressed in your diet, in your lifestyle, to start balancing things out?
Yeah, so we started on what's called a weed, seed, and feed protocol, I think it's called.
Yeah.
And so I'm still in the weed phase now. I'm about 3 months in now. But so what we started to do was to restrict my diet, not in a bad way, but in a way that the the candida and the parasites and the bacteria would be starving, so that I could help to get them out of my body. So I went on a diet where I've cut out carbs, grains, and also sugar. So it's been tough, but more manageable than I thought it was going to be. It's amazing how you manage to work around it, and you just change your diet to suit. And honestly, I feel amazing. Like, it's incredible. So that's and it's changed my whole attitude towards what I eat now as well. Like, before I would have eaten a salad and been like, oh, this is so boring. But when you cut artificial sugars and added sugars and sweeteners out of your diet, you eat a salad, it's incredible how sweet it is. Like, and you just
and fruit and things. You go, wow. It's kind of resets your whole body in that sense as well. So did you take any supplements or things to support the dietary changes you were doing?
Yeah, so I have also been taking a whole range of different supplements as well. So I've been taking like a gut repair supplement, and also some, I think it's called P2 Detox, which is like a support. And then also a liver support. I don't know how to pronounce it. N-acetylcysteine?
Yes,
is it?
NAC, people call it in the, So that's actually a precursor to glutathione, and glutathione is the biggest antioxidant in your body. So it helps that repair, but it also helps phase 2 of the liver. So when your liver's struggling, like if you're trying to detox parasites, candida, yeast, bacteria, and you've got hormone stuff going on, your liver just screams out for help. So supporting it in that way is super important.
Yeah, and then I've also been taking a concoction, I like to call it, of different herbs. Different herb oils that my naturopath has mixed up for me. So I take like a shot of that morning and night. And because I meet with her every 3 weeks to a month. So every time I meet with her, she actually mixes up the herbs and oils, because she doesn't want the candida or the parasite to get used to what I'm putting into my body and it doesn't work anymore. Yeah. So we've been changing that up monthly as well, and that's been helping to clear out the bad stuff in my gut as well.
Awesome. And you're definitely feeling better than you did, say, 3 months ago when you first started it all?
Yeah, amazingly better. Like, and honestly, I still feel like I'm dreaming. Like, sometimes it's incredible that I can go, for me, like a few whole days now without any symptoms. Like, that's absolutely incredible. So like at the start, when we started, I would just have, minimum symptoms every day. And then every now and again, I'd get a day where I didn't have any, and I'd be like, oh my God, I had no symptoms today. And then now, you know, looking 3 months in, like most of my days, I don't have any symptoms.
Yeah.
And then if I do have a symptom, it's really mild or, yeah. So it's been incredible that, and really motivating to see that and feel the changes that my gut is making, to make me feel better.
Yeah, perfect. Well, to wrap it up, I guess, like, you know, if anyone is struggling with those unrelated symptoms, like maybe, hey, it's time to look for something a bit deeper or run some testing, or what would be, you know, your advice to women who have these unrelated or uncausable or symptoms that GPs just can't get to the bottom of?
Yeah, I really think personally for me, my advice would be to take a different approach to medicine than what the standard form is. And don't get me wrong, like doctors are fantastic and what they do is amazing. But if you're not getting any answers, then, you know, I managed to get answers through a naturopathic form of medicine. So I really feel like that is a really good way to go about it, and have a look. And also, you know, having a good look at your diet as well, I think, and learning a lot about how your diet actually affects your gut health. Because, you know, I thought that I ate reasonably healthy before, you know, a few months ago. I was like, I'm a healthy eater. Like, what are you talking about? You know, I eat really well. And then after doing this, I'm like, you know what? I actually ate so much sugar, and I didn't realize just how much sugar I was eating. So I think it just helps you get some more knowledge on your gut, how it works with your immune system, and all of those things. And just actually, if you are having symptoms and you're not getting anywhere, then try working with a naturopath and doing these tests that I've done. And you might actually get some answers and some leeway and some really amazing knowledge, you know, that you'll have for the rest of your life as well.
Well, at the end of the day, like, you want your body acting functionally. So that's why I guess I call myself functional nutritionist, because we want you functioning the best way you possibly can. And these functional tests, they do that. They tell us what areas are struggling, if it's your liver, if it's your gut, if it's, you know, just microbiome stuff, if it's your hormones. So really, follow Alannah's advice and think about maybe put yourself in her shoes, and if that was you, or, you know, like, how are you feeling at the moment? Is there symptoms that you're struggling with? And try to, rather than beating yourself up going, oh, it's my fault and I've done this and this and this, or feeling really deflated because your GP said, oh, well, it's just, you know, you just need surgery or you just need to take the pill. Know that there are other options, and there's natural options, and it's so, I guess, empowering when you start looking into this stuff and knowing that you can make the changes with your diet, with some supplements, and, you know, address your health for the better. So thank you. Thank you for your time today.
No worries at all. Lovely to speak with you.
Awesome. See ya.
Bye.